Alright, guys, what's up? And I did not check anything before starting. So, for some reason, um, ever since the last summer series session, if I open up OBS, what happens is that my capture card stops working until I unplug it and then plug it back in again. Then it's fine. And, I'd rather it not do that. But if it does it and it just stays this way and doesn't get worse, then I guess it's fine. It might not stay this way. And that would be tragic. Okay, yeah, it's good. Oh, alright. And I really hope the green screen doesn't. Shit. How are we looking? I think it's alright. So, the ghost. I think there's only one dude in chat, but you can listen up, man. This ghost sucks. It's really hard. That's all I got to say about it. If you watched the last one, we'll go ahead and watch the ghost for the one dude in chat who cares. I got this time. It sucks. Whatever. This guy. Okay, 144.5 is not so bad. So he does a stupid shortcut that is stupid and dumb. The reason it's stupid and dumb is because it's super difficult. That's the only reason. So you have to get a lot of air and also hope that the game sends you in the right direction. That's all you can do, really. I will not be doing it, because you don't actually need to do the shortcut to beat the ghost. He also goes super wide here. I think it's so that he can squeeze out that wheelie easier, because that's also a really annoying part of the track. Squeezing out that wheelie. Here's the shortcut, by the way, if you haven't seen it. Yeah, it looks easier than it is. It's really hard. Because a lot of the time the game doesn't want to send you straight. It wants to send you off at an angle. But here's the thing. He doesn't do it as well on lap 2. And doesn't do it at all on lap 3. Plus his driving is mid. So if we average 34.6 or 7, we're beating him. And we can do that. It's hard. But it's very possible. Yeah, see, his driving is mid. So we don't have to watch the rest of it. We'll just go ahead and start the race. You see he does it again, but it's not as good. Let's go. I also have been playing it these last couple days. Haven't gotten any closer to beating it. It's just difficult. That's all I can say. Maybe if I put the shark hat on, that'd be better. Okay, we're beating him out of the cannon. Yes. Perfect. Oh, don't go wide. Come on. See, there he is. It's actually not that bad of a lap. What's this going to be? It's not great. But that's only half a second slower than him, and that wasn't a great lap. And we are going to be behind on lap 1. That's going to happen every time. We'll gain all the time back on lap 3. Get out of the way! Stupid boulder. Alright, here goes Legacy lap 3. We got to catch him. He's 2 seconds ahead. This is the first run, by the way. I mean, we could just reset. No. Kidding? I'm not going to reset. We just need a crazy good time here. Maybe go for the shortcut. Actually, I will go for it. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of hard. But, I mean, that's a good sign. We got a lap time that was takeable. That lap 1 is fine. We just have to do better on lap 2 and lap 3. Which is doable. We can get 34s. You got to talk about the Kings? I got to save my Kings talk. I would love to just talk about the Kings for 2 hours straight. But I don't think anyone would be able to, get through all of that. 2, it's the off season, so what am I going to talk about? And 3, if it makes me better, I want to save it for when I'm in my prime, you know? I don't want to save it for when I'm bumming, you know? And if I'm doing bad and it makes me better and goes up to average, that's why would I talk about kings when I'm doing average? Oh, there we go. I could get the shark hat on. I probably should. It's magic. Okay, that's much better. Okay. If we average that, we win. Not even kidding. Okay, not great, but takeable, you know? We got a good lap 1, so we have a bit of a cushion. But not too much of a cushion, you know? Okay, that boulder's gonna suck. I'm feeling like a 35.4. 35.1. Okay. This is fine. We can beat him here. I mean that completely sincerely. And if we beat him and I streamed this for nothing, then we're going to move on to BC64. Okay, we didn't beat him. Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. All right. I'm just feeling good about that. That lap 2. Or not that lap 2, that lap 1 was good. Okay, bonk the wall and we're still ahead. That's a very annoying part of the track. I love when I try to get the wheelie, but it just doesn't want to give it to me, so I don't get it. Incredible. Oh, and we should be beating him into the cannon every time. We just should, you know? Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah. That was good. Then we can do the second wheelie. Oh, we don't want that. That's why we die. Not gonna lie, you enjoy hearing me talk about the Kings even though you don't care about the NBA. Thank you. I mean, the Kings are just, you know, so awesome and so great to talk about. So, who wouldn't want to hear about them? Actually, no, I might as well talk about them anyway, because I've referenced talking about them without talking about them. Did you know a while ago the Sacramento Kings were almost not the Sacramento Kings anymore? So, as y'all probably know, the Kings are like one of the least successful franchises ever in American sports, which is a sad fact. So, around 2011 or 2012, the NBA didn't want the Sacramento Kings to be in Sacramento anymore because it's such a small market. They weren't making as much money on it as they could be. Little did the NBA know or care about, the Sacramento Kings fans were extremely loyal and loved the Kings. So they rallied against the city government and against the NBA to keep the Sacramento Kings in Sacramento. And they succeeded, and the Sacramento Kings stayed, which is kind of bittersweet. It's very sweet if you're a Sacramento resident or a Sacramento Kings fan. It's very bitter if you're in, I think it was 2008, the Seattle Supersonics jumped from Seattle to OKC, and now they're the OKC Thunder. So Seattle also had a pretty good fan base, but I think it was their stadium had to get renovated, and the owner just didn't want to renovate it, so OKC bought it up. So if you're a Seattle resident or a Seattle Supersonics fan, then it's very bitter, because you would have gotten an NBA franchise. And for the most part, I don't really think the NBA is making any more money on the Sacramento Kings. It's, you know, they keep losing, and a lot of people don't really care about them. But now that we're winning and potentially, you know, could be contenders in the next few years, if things keep going up for us, that could change. So I don't know. But it's also been like 10 years since those protests. So it's a pretty long process. Like I remember I watched a like a pre-game hype video for the I think it was like the 2011 Kings or something. They had Jimmer Fredette being mentioned, dude. Do you even know who Jimmer Fredette is? Of course not, dude. He was a college level master. He was really good at college. And then the Kings, since they suck, had a good draft pick and they picked him, and then he, ended up being really bad in the NBA. Because of course he was. The Kings have a terrible history of picking good players in the draft. Like, really bad. The only ones that panned out well were Boogie Cousins, De'Aaron Fox, maybe Keegan Murray. He's panned out okay. Not on the same level as Boogie or De'Aaron Fox. But he wasn't a bad pick. But for every one of those, there's a Marvin Bagley, there's a Jimmer Fredette. Who are these guys? Why are we picking these guys? I mean, Jimmer Fredette was probably a no-brainer at the time. And then he just sucked. He's kind of like a Markelle Fultz, but for us. So, Sixers fans, I understand your pain. But I do think Jimmer, that's the man, Jimmer Fredette. I don't even know if he plays in the NBA anymore. Probably not. It's just sad. Sad several years. It's an interesting name. There are lots of interesting names in the NBA. Jimmer is one of them. I too have never heard of anyone named Jimmer. It's an interesting name. But for every normal name, you've got an OJ Mayo, Bones Highland. You got some good ones. Meta World Peace. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar isn't an uncommon name. But he also changed it. His original name was Al Cinder. Then he changed his name to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar because I think he just liked it. He was like, you know what, this sounds like a cool name, I want this. And now he's Kareem. Oh no. Ah, yeah, we're done. Oh, he's overseas, still balling? Good for Jimmer. There's a whole documentary on Jimmer. Yeah, I wouldn't want to see it. Ah, that was rough. Oh, and by the way, we could have picked Luka Doncic. Just gonna put that out there. We could have picked Luka Doncic. Just think about that, ladies and gentlemen. Luka Doncic in a Sacramento Kings jersey, bringing this small market, this beautiful small market, to 6 championships, because he's definitely a good enough player to do that all by himself. I mean, Luka's really good, but as seen by this season, he needs help. Well, sorta. Ever since Kyrie got there, they were doing worse, but it wasn't Kyrie's fault. Like, I remember Kyrie's first game as a Maverick was against the Kings. And he absolutely balled out and they won the game. It wasn't Kyrie's fault. The next game, so we had a back-to-back against the Mavs. First game, they had just Kyrie. Second game, they had Luka and Kyrie. We won the game when it was Luka and Kyrie and lost the game when it was just Kyrie. And I don't think that's a coincidence. I think it was indicative of how Kyrie fits on the Mavs. He plays better by himself without Luka. If that makes sense somehow. I mean, it doesn't really make sense because they're both superstars. How would it? Okay, yeah, I think this run is a wash. Unless we, have a Shetlands lap 3. You never know. Okay, yeah, I do know now. Bagley was #1 high school recruit in the nation. What happened? He was drafted to the Kings. That's what happened. Sad, I know. I mean, at the time, you would be looking at those players thinking oh yeah, that's a no-brainer. He's going to turn out great. And then he doesn't. And now Marvin Bagley's, bumming on the Pistons or something. I don't care what he's doing. He's probably going to fade out in a couple years. Good for me. Because then we traded him away, and then he got worse, which is perfect for us. Oh! Come on, make it. You going for the 2 for 3? Or 2 out of 3? Nope, I'm not going for the shortcut at all. I don't need to, according to Cowman, who is a very reliable source. And I believe him. All I have to do is average, I think, 34.7. If we average 34.7, then we beat him. Which is very doable without doing the shortcut. We've gotten some 34.5s, 0.2s, you know, we've gotten good laps. We just have to do it a little more consistently, and this guy's going down. And I got all day. So, we're in no rush to beat this guy. 0.9, I thought it was going to be better than that. Oh well. That's fine. N64 Bowser's Castle is going to be hard? Oh yeah. It'll probably be about this difficulty. Have I ever played Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? I have. At friends' houses. I don't own it on my own Switch. It's actually a really fun game. I've usually... Oh my god, stay alive. Okay, perfect. What a lap. But anyway, back to 8 Deluxe. So usually, if I'm going to play a Mario Kart game, it's just going to be Wii. Sometimes I play 7, because I have a 3DS too. And no, I will never make Mario Kart 7 footage, because how am I going to do that? Oh, dude, we're going to lose this now. I don't know how to set up my capture card to a 3DS. I could buy 8 Deluxe, and okay, we're kind of washed now. Well, he is right there. Oh, okay, that gives me hope. But anyway, back to what I was... What was I even saying? I don't remember. Something about Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Great game. I think it's super fun. I play it more because I'm just more invested. Like, it's the game that I've been playing for a long time, which makes it sound like a sunk cost fallacy. But it's not. I like it because I play it, you know, often. And I've gotten a lot better at it than if I played 8 or 8 Deluxe. But I do think 8 is better for, like, being a party game. I'll say that. It's got better looking colors. That's all you need. It's got to look pretty. As long as it looks pretty, it's a better party game. And this will be like a 35.9. 35.5? That's not great. Redeemable, though. I promise. Okay, too bad. Do they do the ending shortcut on RBC? I haven't checked, but probably. And I don't think that one's that bad. It's also satisfying. It looks so cool. I can't wait to learn that. You can capture MK7 footage without a capture card. Okay. Still won't make any content. I don't know what I would do with Mario Kart 7, but that's cool. Good to know. I probably have to jailbreak it, which can't be that hard. I watched a video about the history of Mario Kart 7, or not Mario Kart 7, 3DS modding. Oh, come on, don't give me the trick there, come on. Of 3DS modding. Like 2 years ago. So I'm actually a professional, I know everything about it. Therefore, I could totally make Mario Kart 7 content if I wanted to. Too bad I don't want to. Mario Kart 7 is not as good as Wii or 8. I'll say that. Or DS. It's very okay. Very 5 out of 10. It's fine, you know? But if I had the option between 7 and like 4 other Mario Karts, I'm taking Wii, 8, and 8 Deluxe, DS, Double Dash. Yeah, I'm taking all of those. Okay, 0.7. Here we go. I played Double Dash only one time, but it was fun when I played it. It's also way harder. I don't know how to explain it. It just feels slidier. But it's not like that. Not like... Think Dry Ruin slidier, not DK's Jungle Parkway slidier, if that makes sense, you know? We're dead. I mean, we're not dead, but like... Okay, yeah, we're dead. Big Fry, I'm the 200cc beast? Maybe. You could put it like that. Lighting looks sick? Thank you! Finally! Somebody noticed. I changed my lighting. I had this lamp that is perfectly fine and good. But for some reason, I was like, let me put it on the ground. What a bad idea that was, because then I couldn't actually get it, like, angled towards the green screen. So it's basically not being used. So then I just propped it up on a table. Now it looks so much better. 64 or 7. I've never played 64. I have a copy of it and an N64. I've never played it though because I've never set it up. If I were to actually play 64, probably 64. Because I like... Here's the thing. I like the old way of building up a mini turbo better than the new way. But I think in Wii, the new way works better because of bikes. But since you don't have bikes in 7 or 8, it just doesn't work as well. It works fine. But it could be better, you know? So 64's got that, you know, that nice thing. '64 is actually the best. I'll take your word for it, Pukas. I have played it one time on a free online emulator that I downloaded onto a school Chromebook once because I was bored in class. It ran at 2 frames per second. I couldn't really do anything because I was using the arrow keys and like, I don't know, I think the space bar to go. So obviously if that's my only impression of Mario Kart 64, yeah, it's not great. But I'll trust that if it's not that bad quality, it'd be pretty good. 7 is better than DS. Phoenix, you take that back. DS is so good. I used to have a DS back in the day. It was the first Mario Kart I ever played. And the way I got introduced to the game was one day my cousin, who also had a DS, was like, dude, you're not going to believe this. There's this game where Bowser is a good guy. That's the first explanation of Mario Kart I ever got in my whole life. And I was like, dude, what? That's impossible. I had only played one other game where Bowser was a good guy. And that was Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. So I thought maybe I had something to do with that, but it actually didn't. Unfortunately. Should have. That game is so good. I also have a lot of Bowser's Inside Story music in my music pack. Courtesy of Mayro's remasterings. Because Mayro has a different channel called Mario Knows 1. With a whole bunch, like a whole playlist of remastered Bowser's Inside Story music. And it's awesome. And it's also not copyrighted. So I use it. I would love to credit him, which is what I'm doing right now. Because it's really, really cool. But I think I might have credited him in the... No, I didn't. I didn't credit him in the music pack video. Maybe I should have, because it's his tracks, right? It's his music tracks. But then wouldn't I have to credit every single composer of every song? Okay, maybe it's fine if I didn't give credit. But there are some really cool MIDIs. Okay, so we've actually done pretty well so far. I'm feeling optimistic that we can beat this ghost in the next hour or so. Oh, that was perfect. Amazing. Bowser's Inside Story is the GOAT? Oh yeah, it is. Best game ever. Not even kidding. That was actually not a bad backup strat. Okay. Oh yeah, it's over. Phoenix, you better take that back. Name one good thing about Mario Kart 7 that is also not in DS. Like, you can't. Okay, actually you can. Good retro track selection. MK7 has excellent retro track selection. DS has okay retro tracks. But it was a lot more limited of a selection. It's just older. Is this okay? Is this okay? Kinda. It is okay. So, yeah, I was right. It's okay. But it's not okay. Hate that boulder. What's this gonna be? Okay, time for a oh, okay. Oh, I haven't actually played all the RPGs. Not all of the Mario and Luigi's. I haven't played a single Paper Mario game. I probably should. I have a Wii. I could play the one on the Wii. What is it? Paper Jam? Could play that. Or Thousand Year Door. But I hear Thousand Year Door is a lot of backtracking. That doesn't sound fun. Unless it's Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, then it's very fun. I also hear Thousand Year Door is like the best one ever. But people act like it's like the perfect game. It can't be that much better than all the others. You know? It can't, no way. Really? Color Splash cannot be that much worse than Thousand Year Door. I do not believe that. No. That lap 2 is actually nice. We were catching up, unironically.